Hello everybody and welcome to my worst movies of 2015 video. Where am I coming to you from right now? I am currently under my closet, not my bedroom closet, but this is like the closet where we keep all the suitcases and stuff. It's like Harry Potter's cupboard in a way, and I can't fit in here at all. And I thought it would be funny to do my worst of the year list video in a place that's very shitty, just like these 10 films. Huh? Get it? Huh? Yeah, I know, terrible. Now, I don't have any dishonorable mentions, so let's just jump into the list, shall we? Beginning the list of shitty films of 2015, we have Pan, the Peter Pan prequel that just went nowhere. Kids saying Nirvana? What? Hold on, what? Garrett Hedlund talking with his teeth like this. Hello, Peter Pan. I'm Captain Hook, and I talk like this. And I was in the Friday Night Lights movie and the Tron movie. Come with me, and I'll kill you with my hook that I'll get in the future. This movie just went nowhere. It could have been something decent, but instead it was just something really shitty and bland, and there was nothing redeemable about the movie except for maybe Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman. What's number 9? Mordecai, starring Johnny Depp with a shitty British accent and a stupid 60s-like mustache. This is what I hate Johnny Depp doing. I love when Johnny Depp's doing something like he did with Black Mass earlier this year, a movie I liked, but it did not make my best of the year list. This movie's filled with cliches. I understand what they're trying to go for, but this movie just failed on every level. It wasn't funny. It wasn't original. Johnny Depp was over the top in it, and I did not care about him or anyone else in the movie. Gwyneth Paltrow was pretty hot. Ewan McGregor was cool. Paul Bettany was the best thing about the entire movie, and Olivia Munn had great stuff. Mordecai is my number 9. Number 8 goes to Shabby, directed by Neil Blomkamp, the man behind District 9 and Elysium, 2 films I really like. This film was something that really had a lot of potential too, but instead, it was about these 2 terrible South African rappers betraying Shabby, this innocent robot, and then Dev Patel was underused, and then Hugh Jackman. Once again, Hugh Jackman, welcome to the worst of 2015 list, where you have a shitty mullet and a terrible accent. Hugh Jackman, what are you doing, man? Don't be in terrible movies, okay? Yeah, but this movie was just so bland and boring, and nothing happened, but visually the film was stunning. I'll give that. But Shabby, what a disappointing film. Number 7 goes to Jupiter Ascendant from the Wachowskis. Eddie Redmayne, my God, he was so bad in this movie.
My mother taught me what was necessary to rule in this universe.
By killing people?
I create life!
This is exactly why I don't like this guy. I don't like him for doing this film. I know he won an Oscar for The Fury of Everything, and he's probably going to get nominated for The Danish Girl. But I did not like him in this movie. I just didn't care for this movie. It was something that could have been so original, but instead it fell very flat, and it was a big bomb at the box office. So, number 7 is Jupiter Ascendant. Number 6 goes to Paul Blart Mall Cop 2. Kevin James, I think you're funny. I do. But Paul Blart Mall Cop was a guilty pleasure type of film. It didn't need a sequel. This movie happened. It was very predictable. You saw every joke coming from around the corner. And Kevin James just was an asshole. He was like, oh yeah, I'm the best cop despite being very fat and liking to eat a lot of sugar. So Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 equals shittiness. Now we get to the top 5. What's number 5? The Green Inferno from Eli Roth. I understood if people think this is a guilty pleasure movie, but it's really not. There's a lot of cannibals, and when someone's being eaten, some guy goes into a corner of a cage and just jerks himself off. Are you serious, Eli Roth? Are you fucking serious? This movie just had no energy to it. All the acting was bad. The cannibal stuff was effective, maybe at certain points, only one scene, but everything else just fell flat. This horror movie was not scary at all. It was rubbing it in your face, which was really annoying. So yeah, I did not like The Green Inferno at all. Number 4. The Boy Next Door. Does anyone remember this movie? Jennifer Lopez as an English teacher who has sex with a really good-looking guy, and then he turns out to be a psycho. J-Lo is an English teacher. What is up with this society today? But no, this movie was not thrilling at all. It felt like a 3-hour long movie, even though the movie was only 90 minutes. It felt like a 3-hour long film. Saw everything coming. Nothing was engaging. Jennifer Lopez, she's beautiful, but she did not have to be in this movie. If she wanted to do some kind of movie, she should have done something like an Out of Sight or Made in Manhattan. Not this. Now we get to the top 3. These 3 films could go back and forth, honestly. But you're going to be shocked when my number 2 and 3 aren't my number 1. Twilight fanfiction. It's already a bad sign. The chemistry was so lacking. The movie wasn't even sexy. And this is a movie revolving around sex. BDSM. She keeps going back to him after he keeps on, like, being her. And she doesn't even like him. Yet she's like, oh, I'll go back to him because I have no one else in my life. Dakota Johnson really tried her best in this movie. And Jamie Dornan was awful here. Awful. Because of him, the chemistry sucked. And then there was a love triangle in this movie. This whole movie was just a big mess. It did not need to be made ever. And I'm not looking forward to those sequels, even though it's from a guy named James Foley who directed Glengarry Glen Ross, which is a fantastic film starring Al Pacino. Hoo-ha. But yeah, 50 Shades of Grey is my number 3. Number 2. This was probably the most disappointing film of the entire year. This was a film that everyone was looking forward to, and that film is Fantastic Four, or as I like to call it, Fan Shitstick 4. Once they got their powers in this movie, everything just went to the pits of hell. Dr. Doom looked terrible. The performances were weak. You could tell that Josh Trank just... I don't know what happened when they made this film, but so much shit supposedly went down that I don't even want to talk about it. Fantastic Four, really could have been something great, and this was the 4th attempt of making these characters, and I don't think they could do this again. I don't think they can. You could tell the blandness in this film, and the movie's supposed to be fun, and it wasn't fun at all. It was like so droopy and sad. That's not how a superhero movie's supposed to be. Yeah, have some drama in it, but don't make it a 100% sad film. That's just stupid. And now we get to our number 1. This is a comedy. It's also from Fox, and ironically, Fox not only produced my favorite film of the year, but also my worst film of the year. So my number 1 goes to Unfinished Business, starring Vince Vaughn, Tom Wilkinson, and Dave Franco. Vince Vaughn, you're really going on a downward spiral right now. You were in this movie, and then you were in True Detective Season 2, which wasn't very good. Tom Wilkinson, what the hell are you doing here? You're a great actor. Why are you in here? Dave Franco, man. Mike Pancake is his name. How do I remember that? Because I looked it up. Was an incredibly unfunny film that tried so hard to be serious. The stupid dramatic music was swelling. This also felt like a long-ass movie, and yet the movie was like, I think, like 95 minutes. A comedy is supposed to be funny. This was not funny whatsoever. The characters were very bland. The story was just so mediocre. You had so many actors in this movie that were just so wasted. Sienna Miller was here, coming off American Sniper, and Nick Frost was here. Everyone did terrible in this movie. And this was from the guy that directed Vince Vaughn Delivery Man, which wasn't a bad film, but that film wasn't very strong. This film was so weak, and it was so unfunny, and I wanted to kill myself. I'm so happy I didn't see this in theater. I watched it on cable, and I just wanted to kill myself even more. So yeah, Unfinished Business is my number 1 worst of 2015. Once again, thank you so much for sticking with me this year. This was a hell of a fun video to make. I'm sorry that I'm coming to you from this shitty location, but honestly, I thought it would work, and hopefully it did when you guys watched this video. So guys, we made it this year. We did it. We did our best and worst of the year list. Tell me down below what your worst of the year is. Worst films of the year are. And if you have a video or letterbox or list or whatever, give me the link down below. Thank you guys so much. And I'll see you guys in 2016 with my most anticipated films. And the first movie I'll probably review is a shitty movie. We'll have to see. Guys, once again, thank you so much for watching this video. And I'll see you guys soon.